Okay, we welcome the West Virginia Mountaineers head coach Randy Mazey, his son Whammer, and student athletes Tyler Dones and Nick Snyder. We will start with a opening statement from the coach.
Yeah, congrats to the Cowboys. Very well deserving. They got a great team. You know, it was when you get late in a tournament like this and you have some attrition in the bullpen, you need to find heroes, man. And those guys that go out there and pitch on multiple days, or they ran two guys out there in this game that pitched in the first game. That's not easy to do, but they changed that game with their defense. You know, we talked about it with Brandon White and with Shaylane Lears at Baylor, but their shortstop and their right fielder, between the two of them, saved a bunch of runs today. And we had our opportunities, you know. Had guys on base and hit into a couple double plays, hit the ball hard, it just goes right to them. If those balls go between them, it's a whole different game. But, you know, it was if we didn't have another weekend to play, if we weren't fighting to host a regional and we could leave old Snideman in there for the whole game, we took him out just when he usually starts getting good. But he did a great job. All of our guys did. I think that's the fourth straight year we've made the semifinals of this tournament, and twice out of the last three we've played for the championship. So super proud of our guys. Love Oklahoma City. Can't wait to be back.
Okay, questions for the student athletes.
Tom, we'll start with you. The starter for Oklahoma State. What did you see out of him today?
He's a quality arm, and he really made pitches when he needed to. Yeah, that's about it.
What particular was his best pitch today?
Honestly, I think he was locating all three pitches. He was mixing in a fastball, cutter, and a slider, and I think he mixed and spotted up very well to everyone.
And Nick, coming back on 3 days rest, I'm sure you throw between starts anyway, just a little more intensity today. What was that like? And I guess outside the walk, you really had it pinned down for 3 innings.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a nice challenge, to come back, short days rest, a few days rest, but I felt good out there. Besides the leadoff hitter in the first inning, I feel like I got stronger as the game went on. But it doesn't happen without the guys behind me. It's having their support every pitch, every batter is huge. So couldn't do it without the guys behind me.
Okay, that all for the student athletes.
You guys, I think, had a goal of getting the host, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
you don't get the trophy, but you got the big thing accomplished, which was probably being in Morgantown next week. Can you kind of talk about those two ambitions that you had this week?
Yeah, obviously, we wanted to win the championship. Came just short of that goal, but like you mentioned, hosting a regional, hopefully, that's a great advantage for the Mountaineers playing back in Morgantown. But it's at the end of the day, we're not going to hang our heads. We're going to get back. We're going to practice hard, and we're going to get ready for the weekend coming up.
And just what these 4 days, playing Texas Tech 3 times, playing another top 10 RBI team, getting ready for the regional competition you're going to face.
Yeah, I think it was absolutely a grind for all of us, Texas Tech included, Oklahoma State, but it really gets you ready for this upcoming week for the regional and all that, and hopefully we do get to play home.
Okay, thank you guys. Congratulations. I hope you do get to play at home.
Thank you.
Okay, questions for the coach.
Coach, was your intent from the start to always limit Nick to maybe 3 or 4 innings?
Yeah, for sure. I was pleased to get as many innings out of him as we did. Wanted to keep him at right around 50 pitches or less. That would have been a good workload for him going into next weekend, and that couldn't have gone better for him because he wasn't as sharp first time out in this tournament. And we went to work with some mechanical stuff after his start, and it was nice to see him clean that up and be the Nick Snyder that we've seen the whole year. So super confident in his next time out, whenever that may be.
I think it took Brandon White like 227 plate appearances to get doubled up this year, but just the ball right at second base, and even the fast guys can hit double plays every now and then.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, hit it right over the base, and under normal circumstances, that's a base hit up the middle, but I think he hit the mound and slowed down a little bit. But, yeah, guy played his rear end off this weekend, defensively and offensively. Hit some balls hard right at the right fielder multiple times throughout the weekend, and played as good as anybody I've seen in a tournament, defensively and offensively. Made a big throw on the ball off the fence to get that guy at the plate and keep it a 2-run game. The guy just does everything for us.
How about the charge that Inman put into one that the right fielder made a great play on?
Yeah, it's that's what Marcus does. He's a presence in there that you got to worry about him hitting the ball out of the ballpark, and he juiced one, and their right fielder made a great play. The guy's a tremendous athlete out there, and he can really run, he can really throw, and really play right field. And like I say, between him and the shortstop, those guys changed the game defensively.
Will you be keeping an eye on things tonight, Coach? Even on the flight, I imagine you guys are getting out of here soon.
Yeah, we're getting out of here soon. We, of course, I will. I don't know what time they announce the host sites. Do you?
I think 8:30 Eastern.
8:30 Eastern. So yeah, man, that would be a happy day in Morgantown, as you know. But we've been in this league 7 years now in the Big 12. For us to even be talking about what we're talking about and be on the same caliber as the teams, Oklahoma State, Texas Tech, and TCU, and as much success as we've had in this league, no one in the world would ever saw this coming 7 years ago. This is started with the administration and their vision for this program, and and surround yourself with all people that want to work hard and make the program better, and everybody helping the Mountaineers. And there's so many people that have a hand in this, but you can't be prouder of where the Mountaineers are in the Big 12 right now. One of these years we'll win this thing. It's not easy to win it the first time you ever play in it, because it's the first time you ever play in it. Then the second time you play in it, you're playing against the home team. So we'll catch a break one of these times. The more experience you get playing in championship games, the better you get at them, win, lose, or draw. So really, really looking forward to next weekend. If we're not playing in Morgantown next weekend, you might as well lock me in a rubber room somewhere, because we've more than earned it. We deserve it, and that would be a real treat for Mountaineer fans everywhere.
So these guys get a couple days off, Coach, after all the baseball that they've played in a short period of time. How do you go, regardless of where you're playing, how do you go about these next few days?
One thing that we take a lot of pride in our program, because we have to, is how we rest our guys. It starts from opening day. We have to manage our rest and our sleep and our nutrition, and that has a lot to do with why we've had so much success, because we can't overwork our guys as much as we put them on the road. You guys know if you travel a lot, it makes you tired, even if you're not playing baseball. I'm tired right now. I haven't touched a baseball and I can't tell you how long, but imagine traveling the way they do and putting the effort the way they do on the field. Fatigue is a real thing, and sometimes you know it when it hits you, and sometimes you don't. So we surround ourselves with a lot of quality people that can help us overcome stuff like that through your nutrition and sleep and all that stuff, like I mentioned, and even pitchers, resting pitchers. We have some guys that are really good on 1 day's rest. Other guys, you have to give them a week off. The one thing we didn't do in this tournament that a lot of other people did was continue to run the same relief pitchers in the game. game after game after game, because we feel like we need those guys to be good next weekend, because we're still trying to do something that's never been done before, take the Mountaineers to a super regional and beyond. So we're still very cognizant of all that.
One last question about the fifth inning where, I guess, control kind of got away from Jeffries. Kind of the helpless feeling when at 17 inches feels like it's probably 7.
Yeah, helpless is an understatement, but I have the ultimate confidence in those guys. And when Matty came in the game, I told him, I was like, man, just do what your boys did yesterday. Bergert and Ottinger came out here and really, really pitched well their first time out. And Matty was the same way. His first 6 or 7 hitters, he was cooking pretty good. And, it's a hot day, and we're not used to it. I think he ran out of gas a little bit. But, gosh, what a bunch of freshmen we ran out there this week, including Helverson out there throwing 96, 97 miles an hour at the end there. So future of this program is super bright with the arms we've got here.
Did you get any clarification on it? I think the 3-2 pitch, that was either a foul ball or a swing and a tip or something in the middle of that inning.
Yeah, I was told it hit the bat. So.
Okay, Coach, we'll let you go. It's always good to have you here.
Always a pleasure, my friend.
Thanks for your assistance. We've already decided he's a student athlete.
That's right. Thanks, guys, for everything.
Coach.
Well, you should probably
Who's going here?
Navi, that guy, on top.
On top.
You want to do that? What if I want to do this? Okay, I'll do it.
Thank you. Then,
Just smash me.
right there?
Right there.
Pretty good, aren't
That's a good guess.
Somebody else.
Yes.
Trained professional. Okay, we're joined now by the champion OSU Cowboys, head coach Josh Holliday. What?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were questioning.
No.
Okay.
Ready to roll. Well, I'm incredibly proud of these kids. It was a kind of a long, grueling tournament, to be honest with you. Not in a bad way, just in the way that it required us to be on point for a good number of hours each day. Played some really high-quality teams. There was many kids step forward over the course of the week that allowed this to happen. 3 kids to my left were obviously fantastic in the championship game. They, along with some of their teammates, really stepped forward and played their best when it mattered most. And very proud of their effort and their stick-to-itiveness that they displayed all week long. And it's a special group of kids. I've enjoyed them immensely, and they enjoy each other. So great job today by not just the kids. I thought Coach Walton's plan to navigate 2 challenging games today was on point, and the kids went out and delivered. So I'm very proud of the ball club, very happy for our program and our school to have 7,000 some odd fans there, and the vast majority of them wearing orange to celebrate this with them. It means a lot to us.
The three guys to his left are the student athletes, Andrew Navigato, Colin Simpson, and Brett Stanley, and we'll take questions for them now.
Start with you because, when you get held back and everybody knows, okay, this is the guy, if we get to the golden game, it's in his hands to come out and deliver. A little bit of pressure?
Oh, yeah, for sure. We used pretty much every arm in the bullpen before that game, so I knew I was going to have to go as long as I could. I wouldn't say there was a ton of pressure because I know, we've got a great offense and the guys were swinging it well. So I knew I just go out there and, compete as hard as I can and keep them off the scoreboard. We'd be all right. So.
Did you feel pretty good?
I did. I felt pretty good. Other than I got like some sinuses or something going on, but I feel good anyways. But I was well rested. I didn't get up very much over the week, so being able to come in there and just give everything I had. So.
Between Cade and Christian, you had several guys who made some key defensive plays behind you. What was it like to have their support?
Oh, it's unreal. When you're sitting there watching the ball flying through the sky and you're like, man, I don't know, but when they come out and get it, it's a great feeling. Those guys are unbelievable players. To have them on your side, you couldn't ask for anything more.
Brad, how big was that inning with bases loaded, nobody out? To get out, just only giving up one run, getting the double play ball. How big was that moving forward?
Well, they only got one run the whole game, or two, I think. So, it was a huge momentum changer for us. I was trying to just keep the damage as little as I could. So, it was great to have a double play, and then that one run was the only one scored. So.
Colin, what does it mean to you to get the most outstanding player honor?
It means a lot. I don't think I should be the only one to win it. Everybody on our team, like this kid right here, he only appeared one time, but he went 7 innings, gave up 1 run. That was one of the best outings I've ever seen him have. So, it feels great to receive that award, but there were more kids on our team that were definitely capable of receiving that award.
Yeah, the guy on the other side of you wasn't bad.
Yeah, he played pretty good. I don't know his exact numbers. I don't even know my exact numbers. I know that he picked me up. He had my back. If I didn't get the job done, I could count on him to come up behind me and get the job done.
All right. With that in mind, talk about the sequence. When you came up with bases loaded, you drew the walk, which I know for you is probably not your favorite play, but it paid dividends. And then then you take us after the walk.
Well, I don't even know if there's really a sequence. The kid couldn't really find the strike zone, so I just stood there and watched the ball go by 4 times, and that was it.
All right.
And then coming into that, I knew that he was kind of wild, so I was kind of looking for one pitch. He threw me a ball, and I was like, all right, he's going to come back to me right now. So I had to put a good swing on it. Wish it went over, but, hey, got the job done. So.
Weight room.
Yeah, I know. Need to get to the weight room a little bit. It was good. It was a good victory for us. It was a team win. Pitching staff did an amazing job for us, and proud of us.
Off the bat, did you think it was over?
I did. I kind of got a little jog, but you know what? What, you thought it was gone too?
No, I thought it had a chance because of the wind. I didn't think it was gone.
Well, I thought it was, but I put a good outswing on it, but it was good.
Andrew, how does it feel for you in your first season here at OSU to be part of a championship-winning team?
It's amazing. Coming in, I knew that we were pretty special as a team. Going in day one, just having the team chemistry as we have, just been an amazing job for us. We put the hard work in, and it's a great feeling to get this championship.
Brett, with 7 strong innings today, your pitching staff's really been rounding into form in about the past month. How's that really been playing in for your team?
Well, my past 2 starts weren't as great as I wanted them to be, but it's all about working to get better after each start. There's always something you can improve on, and I think Coach Walton and I, we worked on, you're going to have bad days, but you just got to make sure they don't last. You got to have a good day after it. So I think just being able to support the guys and do my job is all I can do. So.
These day and times, I'm gonna start with Colin, but either one of you guys can pick it up. There are not many doubleheaders anymore. Now this is probably good preparation for what you're going into, but that was a long day at the yard today, wasn't it?
Yeah, It was definitely a long one. The worst part was it started at 9 a.m., so I think I've been up since 5:30. But, it's fun. I mean, that's one of the most chemistry, team-building things, I've ever been a part of. I've played a lot of doubleheaders here, and those doubleheaders just bring people together because it takes every single guy in that dugout and every single guy in the bullpen to win those doubleheaders and win both games. So, that's one of the best team-building things that I've ever been a part of. But, I think when you start the second game, everybody feels dead and tired from the first game. But once you get to about the third or fourth inning, your adrenaline and everything kind of takes over, and you almost forget that you had played a game before that, and it's like you almost kind of feel fresh again. I know that I felt after the third inning, I was a little tired in the first, second, third inning, but once we got to the third, fourth inning, I almost felt like refreshed, like I hadn't even played a game before that. So it's hard to do, but it's one of the most fun things if you can win both of them.
Andrew, what'd you do between games? You didn't have a lot of time. Did most of the guys eat? What'd you guys do?
We had Jimmy John's for the 5th time this week.
Probably 6.
But we were just relaxing a little bit, trying to just stay out of the moment a little bit. But I don't know. We're just kicking back a little bit, just ready for the next game.
I'm about tired of Jimmy John's.
Oh yeah.
I can't eat it anymore.
Andrew, what was yesterday like, though, when you play a game, then you're sitting and waiting and wondering, and then finally find out you're playing Sunday? What was yesterday like for you?
A lot of ups and downs, but we had a tough loss against TCU. But going into that night, we were all pumped up, we were all ready to go, and then the game got canceled. But we were just as a team, we were just together. We didn't really stress too much about it. We just went on the next day. We had a good night's sleep, and then we just came back ready to play.
Colin, you guys talk a lot about the team chemistry. Coach talks about how much fun you guys have together. What makes this team different, though, than maybe other teams?
Oh, I have no idea. It probably has a lot to do with all our older guys. We have a lot of open personalities. We all can get along with anybody. Like Trevor Boone, that guy right there, he's something special. He's one of the most personable people I've ever met. He could become best friends with a stranger in about 5 seconds. So we have multiple guys that are like that on this team. So, when you get the freshmen coming in and maybe a JUCO transfer, those guys are all shy and they don't know anybody, they don't talk. But when you got guys like Trevor Boone and Joe Linhart and those guys in the locker room, the new freshmen and the JUCO transfers, they kind of seem to open up a little quicker because you got guys like that acting and being outspoken the way they are. So it makes those new guys kind of act more a part of the team quicker than if everybody was just kind of separated. And so it helps a lot to have those kind of people.
Colin, there's a good chance. You guys are probably going to play in Stillwater next weekend, but there's a chance you could play 2 weeks from now as long as you keep winning. If you get a national berth, what would it be like to all the way to Omaha, get home games?
Oh, that's incredible. Being able to sleep in your own bed is one of the best things ever. I like hotels, but after about a week, I really just want to go back to my own bed. But, no, it would be incredible to have that fan base behind us. Our fans are incredible. They travel, they follow us. So to be at home and be in front of all those fans, it would be big. It'd be a lot of momentum. So hopefully we get that national seed and we can host the regional and the super, and we'll just have to see how it goes from there.
Andrew, with the team that your offense is scoring runs in bunches, is it safe to say that you'd have confidence in that aspect of the team no matter who you come up against in a regional?
Yeah, I think we'll be all right. We just need to we got a good pitching staff. We all know that we can hit. We just need to stay in our approach and take one pitch at a time. We're just going to try to do our own thing and just be successful.
Colin, yesterday you guys watched the softball team win, and then men's golf's dominated.
Mm-hmm.
So how much fun is it to be a member of OSU right now this weekend?
It kind of makes you proud. We just came out here and won this tournament. Softball's going to the College World Series, and golf is dominating. So, it just kind of makes you proud to be a Poke, to be a Cowboy. It's one of the best feelings when you look on ESPN and you see us getting talked about than golf and softball. I mean, people underestimate the Big 12, and I don't see why, because if you look at all the teams in the Big 12, I mean, not just us, but the entire Big 12 is full of stacked teams. So I think we get underestimated, and for softball to make it and for us to be playing the way we are and for golf to be the way they are, I think you can't underestimate the Big 12 anymore. You have to recognize them as one of the power conferences.
Are you pretty long off the tee yourself?
No, he's bad.
Well, I live with a 4-iron. I don't even have a driver in my bag because the driver doesn't go straight. And so, yeah, just a 4-iron guy.
I could beat him any day.
Don't even. I've seen you play.
Right-handed.
Yeah, I golf right-handed.
Okay, we'll let the players go back, or the student athletes go back, and we'll talk with the coach. Okay, questions for our coach?
Josh, you and Colin had a pretty long hug there on the field after the game. What was that moment about for you?
Oh, thanking him for coming back as a senior. We're not here without him. That started about a year ago at this time when the draft stuff starts firing up and clubs show interest in kids, and then kids decide their senior year of college is worth a lot to them. And the opportunity that's presented to them, they don't take it, and they come back to Oklahoma State and finish what they started. And that means a lot.
Coach, how did having to play 2 games affect any of your game planning, knowing that you had to win one to get to the next one?
We wanted to play it smart. We planned out what we thought was our best strategy to win game 1. We had some fresh arms. We used them in order. Lyons, Greg, help me remember, that was several hours ago. Brady and Peyton, I believe, is that right? Those 4, we had them in order. They were ready to pitch. It was right for them to pitch today. And then we knew if we got to the finals that someone would have to step up. And we just said that point blank, someone's going to step up. That's it. And Brett did. And there were other guys that could have stepped up too. We had Mitchell Stone ready. I thought he was definitely a guy that could have stepped up in that game. So we just wanted to line it up. TCU's a really good team. They're very hard to get out. They can really hit. And that's a tough lineup to navigate. The minute you miss your spot with them, it's on the barrel and it's in the gap. And so the way those kids handled that game was big. And then obviously the rally in the first game, created this moment for us, gave us a chance to do what we did in the second game. So couldn't have scripted it out probably any better. I thought Coach Walton did an amazing job. He's a crazy good pitch caller, and his strategy and the impact he's had on our program the last 7 years is unmeasurable. Can't measure. Unmeasurable? Immeasurable? Whatever the right word is. So whatever you put down, make sure it's the right one. Yeah, don't make me look like an idiot. Point is, we're not here without his game plan, strategy, the work he puts in, all the coaches. But I think when you look at trying to put together 18 innings, to your question, you have to do it with a plan, and it has to be done right. And he deserves a ton of credit for having a good plan, and then the kids deserve the credit for actually going out and executing it. So it's a great day for the way those kids handle themselves.
Colin tried to split up the MVP award. Is it a good thing coaches don't have a vote on that? I would think your vote would have been hard.
Well, Colin's the heart and soul of this team. He's the heartbeat. And from his personality, you've seen players like Trevor Boone blossom. Colin's been a great mentor to Trevor. You've seen a kid like Andrew Navigado, who was unbelievably clutch today. Not only did he swing the bat, get a clutch hit, his shortstop play was tremendous down the stretch. At least 4 or 5 tough chances I can remember. He handled all of them. And West Virginia can really run down the line. So those were tough plays, and the field was hard. So his plays were big time. You get a youngster at second like Huey. These kids have really made him feel like he's one of them. He talked about welcoming in first-year players. Kids like Garcia have contributed in strong ways. And so this in many ways is Colin's team. And he's being gracious, as he should be, but that's he deserves a lot of credit. Kid just caught 18 innings, for crying out loud. You know what I mean? And he had to. That was kind of the predicament we were in today. So we're not here without him. And his leadership and the impact he's had on other kids. He's a special kid.
Is Alex Garcia maybe one of the most underrated players this team with his bat and also just his fielding ability?
I agree with that. It's a very accurate observation. He's quietly sat down in the order and collected countless big 2-out RBI base hits. He's done it really throughout the past 5 or 6 weeks a lot, and he's picked the ball at first base well. And he's really improved. Coach Verlade's worked hard with him. He was not a good first baseman when he got here. He's become one, and the kid deserves a lot of credit for that.
Now you look, by all rights, you should get that national seed. Colin was asked about it. I'm not asking you to lobby for it, but how do you feel about it?
I don't really feel anything about it. I'm really proud of what this group of kids just did. And I'm proud of the fact that when they woke up this morning, they had a chance to make a memory, and they did it. And I think that speaks strongly when you go out and play that kind of baseball. The folks in that room that decide the NCAA field are very smart. They're very well-schooled in what's happening across the country. They have all the information in front of them. And if our resume kicks out as one of the top 8, then they'll award it to us. I think we've played pretty good, and we're proud of what we've accomplished. But they'll make a good decision. The folks on that committee take it very seriously, and they're educated. There's a lot of good teams out there. I mean, you start looking at it, those seeds jump pretty quick. I certainly think our kids, though, have proven that we're one of those good teams. And hopefully we get recognized for that. But I don't really get caught up in that stuff. I don't know that it does a whole lot of good to sit around and worry about it. If that's a reward for the way we've played, then we'll be very honored to have it.
What about the tangible benefits of winning this thing versus, other people just spin it and blow it off? Hey, good to be home on Sunday and get rest and get ready for the regionals. But what's the benefit?
Well, if you find yourself having lost, then you turn the page pretty quickly. But that's just how you move on mentally. But when you stand here and watch your kids come back and rally to beat a TCU team that I think should be an NCAA tournament team, in my opinion, they're really good. That was a big-time win for us. And then to carry that momentum to this game and Andrew Navigato to have his moment, Brett Stanley had his moment. Brett Stanley might be a totally different pitcher for the rest of his career because of what just happened on that field. That might springboard him forward and allow him to start to climb and believe in himself. So you never shy away from a chance to capture a moment in athletics. I mean, my gosh, how hard it is to get to the finals of this tournament? Why would you not want to win the damn thing? So, I say that because that's what we're trying to teach them. Play every single pitch the right way. Never take your eye off the moment. Keep doing it, and you might wake up and look up and be where you ultimately wanted to get to. The minute you stop doing it, start thinking about a bunch of other stuff, you trip. And I want to trip and fall down.
Josh, we sat here Thursday night, and you guys were saying how this next day off on Friday was going to be so critical.
Yeah.
But now, 3 games later, you guys won the entire thing. So
Yeah.
what are you going to tell the guys now?
Well, we're stopping to get ice cream on the way home. We've started that tradition.
Yeah.
When we do something good, sweep on the road or win something, we stop and get blizzards or freezes or whatever you call it. I guess it'll probably be Brahms this time. It's just to savor that feeling they have together, and just something they'll always look back on and kind of galvanize them. You know what I mean? And they like it. They like that time together. And we'll rest, and it'll just kind of mark the end of this accomplishment, and we'll move forward. When we wake up tomorrow, we'll shift our focus to what's next.
Coach, in your opinion, what's been the biggest key to your team doing so well over the past month?
The fact that we had a responsive gene in us after Lubbock, and the fact that we could have gotten down about getting swept and acted miserable or felt sorry for ourselves. We chose not to do that. We focused on getting better. The kids showed great character, and it's the leadership of some of these boys that sat in front of you that allowed that to happen. We traveled to Corvallis and turned the switch, moved things back the right direction, and from there we started playing the pitches better. We started playing pitches better on all sides of the ball. Whether it was how we were pitching, how we were swinging the bat, or how we were playing the game, we started to play the game better. And then we got a little simpler, and that's where we've gone. And my job is just to help them try to stay there.
Coach, I asked Colin, OSU grad, this weekend, just pretty proud to be Cowboy with everything going on.
Oh, heck yeah. Really proud of Kenny and the softball team. I like him a lot. I think he's a great guy. I think he's done an awesome job in a short amount of time getting our softball team to have some real identifiable traits and some confidence and some personality. A lot of our players are huge fans. Colin dates Maddie Sue, and Cross Factor's sister, Cheyenne, is on the team, so every time they play, we're watching and rooting for them, obviously. And then our golf team is just unbelievable. Incredible. And Alan Bratton and Coach Dar. I mean, his story. I mean, you know, those kids on that golf team. It's just a fabulous program, and it's the pinnacle. I mean, that's the top of their sport. So we're really proud of those guys, and we're excited to celebrate with them and follow them down the stretch.
Okay, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations
All
again.
right.